Hey guys, welcome back to match day number 6 of the ESL Pro League North American Division, season number 6, and we are in towards the second series very shortly. Elfish Guy, it should be a good series actually. I'm actually really hyped up to look in between Ghost Gaming as well as Luminosity Gaming.
Yeah, so Luminosity and Ghost, yeah, it could be a good series. I mean, Ghost has been doing okay so far this season. Obviously not setting the world on fire. Luminosity, again, coming in from last season. Few roster changes. Again, not doing too poorly, but again, not setting the world on fire. I think they should be reasonably evenly matched.
Yeah, this is actually one of the lineups, I guess, that I'm more interested to see now. Obviously, Ghost, they did manage to take a big upset, I would say, last week against Team Liquid. Right. Able to kind of just take them 16-14 to the very end on Nuke. Took the victory against Liquid. They did have B in as a sub. It was B's money crew initially, eventually became Ghost Gaming. Wardell has also returned as well. So this is starting to become a lineup where there's still certain weaknesses in the lineup, but there's a lot of firepower as well, and they're looking like a force to be reckoned with towards maybe like probably challenging their way. They did come from the ECA Mountain Dew Developmental League, so they're looking to challenge their way in towards the mid-tier kind of position. Yeah,
but against Luminosity as well, this team, very, very experienced from last season. We saw them actually have a really, really good run last season. Now, like I said, they have had those roster changes, so I think they still have that core 3 coming through from last season. So they probably do have enough here to I feel, have the advantage coming into this matchup. I mean, I like this Luminosity roster. When I was watching them last season, I actually liked all the Brazilian teams, to be honest. I think everyone likes SK. I think everyone pretty much likes Immortals, really, as well. But Luminosity, it was a very, very exciting team to watch because I always felt like, you know, they were a team that could have a standout performance against a big team. They could take rounds, take maps even, and even take series off some of the teams where you'd expect, well, maybe they won't actually beat these guys. But that was something that Luminosity was able to do, and they were also fairly consistent against the teams that, in theory, should have been weaker than them. So I like that roster. I don't know. We'll see how they go again this season. Obviously, this is going to be the first one that I cast of these guys this season. But I'm looking forward to it. I always like watching these guys.
Yeah, they ended around mid-tier last season. Now, speaking of, if you want to be like Elfish Guy, make sure you catch every single match of your favorite team. Remember to subscribe towards the ESL YouTube channel. There are 2 buttons that you need to press. There is one that says the massive subscribe, which is what you'll hear, you know, click this, likes, comment, and subscribe. And then you click the subscribe button. And then there's also another one, which is a bell, right, which kind of notifies you in case you don't know Pro League when Pro League is on. So
yeah. Never miss a Pro League day.
You can also, like, it's like a gamble as well, where you get notified. It's like, oh, is the real Elfish Guy 11 going to be on?
Not always.
If only we had an Elfish Guy 11, it's just like it's like a little Elfish face, and then you could click on that. So whenever there was broadcast of Elfish Guy, you'd be notified. That'd be a pretty cool feature, actually.
The dream? Well, I mean, maybe not if it was an Elfish Guy face, but I'm sure for some of the other guys, then maybe you might be interested. Maybe if you had like a favorite player, right, and you could click their face. And
that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, games. That would be
like,
something cool.
Yeah. Well,
interesting
maybe that's an
concept,
idea.
Kevin. Maybe if Counter-Strike casting doesn't work out for you, there is another pathway for your career.
It's just a camera just permanently stuck on my face.
It's beautiful.
It's never I'm never gonna live that down. All right. So coming on towards this, who is your favorite? I would say, who would be your favorite
player or team?
Team.
Out of these 2?
Yes.
Luminosity. I already kind of said. I mean, no bias, obviously, but I like watching them. So if I like watching a team, I hope they win. Realistically, this could go one apiece, to be honest. But I feel like Luminosity coming through with that little bit of extra experience in the Pro League, that's going to give them a little bit of an advantage, I feel. So we'll see how they go.
No, I'm going to pick Ghost. Let's take a quick look at the schedule. I mean, been talking obviously a lot about Luminosity and Ghost. I'll explain my reasons for Ghost in a moment. But earlier on today, it was a clean 2-0 for Misfits over Rogue. And then on the mainstream, NRG actually going 1-1 apiece. I mean, I was making analogies saying that's a drubbing on Train, and then NRG just do a 180 and just return it to Optic on Mirage. So 1-1 apiece. NRG are going to be happy with that. Optic still integrating the lineup, I guess, but they're not going to be too happy. I would have expected at least a 2-0. And now probably the blockbuster matchup, Immortals against Cloud9 in the mainstream. And then I'd say even this one, this would be the low-tier blockbuster match.
Right.
Between Luminosity as well as Ghost. A lot of people do like writing off Luminosity Gaming, considering, like, they say, oh, they're the 3rd best Brazilian team. But they have the potential, as you said, to upset.
The 3rd best Brazilian team is still pretty good.
Exactly. There is such a strong, solid lineup, and just can't help but like the boys.
Yeah.
boys from Luminosity.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the boys. And I
Do we
can
dab
also...
now, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not on a stream. Okay. But I was going to say about Ghost Gaming as well. Yeah, the boys as well. Ghost has been a lineup where they've been playing together for a very long time. I mean, ZQK also comes from Brazil as well.
Yes.
And now they're also reintegrating Wardell. I do kind of miss the fact that B is not playing anymore, which kind of makes me a little bit sad because B was the one that carried them a little bit over the line on Nuke against Liquid. Obviously, he's still, I think, in university. I think either part-time or full-time. So he is actually their coach/substitute. Yeah. They are now on towards their 5-man roster. It'll be good to see which direction they take this roster. But there's also a couple of weaknesses which will kind of be nullified by Wardell coming back in. ZQK, he was the IGL/AWP, and not in the sense that like a Fallen AWP or a Nifty AWP. It was very much of a, it was a bit of a disappointment.
Right.
It was not, there weren't any flashy performances. He was failing to hit the basic shots. Really needed to kind of step it up. There was only 1 or 2 rounds where he's actually had impact in my mind. But now hopefully a lot of the burden from the AWP is being relieved off him, where now he can just give it to Wardell, just allow Wardell to frag up.
Well, that could be something interesting. So you're actually backing Ghost for this one?
Slightly. I'd still say the favor should be in Luminosity, right?
Okay.
So 60-40 towards Luminosity. If there was anything for me to kind of, if I was the one doing the odds, I'd say that's about safe. But I can't help but kind of like, you know, cheer on Ghost. Okay, that's a lot more than 60-40, I guess.
It is, yeah. That's actually pretty significant for Luminosity.
Which is also expected as well. Maybe I'm a little bit more biased towards Ghost because I want these guys to kind of succeed.
Right.
I do see, as much as I don't want to say that there is a problem inside the team, ZQK to me is probably the weakest fragger in the lineup. And and when you need kind of like the fragging IGL now coming forward, where a lot of the IGLs do need to put in their weight, it is such a detriment where you kind of do have the core 4 that can step up for Ghost. But it's more of like between the two, it's like young talent versus young talent versus some established
Up and comers?
Up and comers.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it. So, looks like it will be Train as our first map. Gonna have to keep an eye on ZQK. See if he can maybe keep the ball rolling here, or if he's still kind of lacking behind, like you kind of mentioned.
Oh, because I was just looking, it's like the play style. When you're looking at a player and you're looking at how they play, you can see whether or not they're really comfortable or not, where players can assert their dominance in their positions, where... Oh, look, it's your favorite. It's Pickle.
Yeah, I love Pickle.
Yeah.
Didn't spend all of like last season calling him PKL, but you know.
We can call him Pickle.
I like Pickle.
It can just be the Elfish and Karath. We're on the Pickle train.
Actually, I don't really like pickles IRL.
You don't like any vegetables.
I do.
Every single time, it's like, why don't you just order the burger without the tomatoes or the onions? You just take them out every single time.
Well,
you might as well just...
Because then someone in the kitchen has to do work and deal with my... Yeah, I'll just do it myself. I'm a martyr. Anyway, talking about Train, not about my burger eating habits, whether or not they have pickles or not. Luminosity starting on the CT side here. Ghost on T, obviously. Starting to gain a little bit of control up into the brown halls. It does seem as though this should be a B take. They do have a smoke. Can smoke off ramp if they opt to go for that one, or potentially smoke off heaven, something like that. Just drop down onto the bomb train. See where the smoke's going. Oh no, it's going to be a smoke for Connector. Pickle though gets the opening frag onto Seb. Still the cross is successful for Ghost, and the bomb will go down. Some good control deep in the site now gained as well there by Connor. But he is in a bit of a difficult position now. He's got players coming from both sides and above. Just needs the backup of his teammate. He'll go 2 for 1. Very, very good job by him. And now that puts it at 3 versus 3. This is winnable now for Ghost Gaming, but Neck is finding another one, puts it to 2v3. Another one for him. And now it's just ZQK. Someone's going to have to sit on the bomb. The other two having to cover off Pickle. If he gets headshot here, it could be huge, but no. ZQK not able to get the job done and taken down after the fact as well.
And that's kind of like what I mean. ZQK doesn't really look comfortable in the positions that he's playing at the moment. Yeah, sure, it's one round, but just looking at the past couple of games, it does make me worry that Ghost Gaming is...
What a magical journey under the train.
Indeed.
If you ever wanted to know what it's like getting run over by a train, just watch that smooth.
I'd rather not get run over a train, thank you very much. I think it's a lot more painful as Ghost Gaming. This is at least something a little different to try to nullify any Ivy presence from Luminosity.
Yeah.
But I think that round boiled down towards 1 or 2 errors from Ghost, right? It was that firstly, Seb had the deagle. He lost the deagle out in the open, and they couldn't retrieve it. And secondly, the flashbang went off before the smoke grenade.
Well,
and from Luminosity, it was just an easy kind of, well, the smoke isn't really deployed. We've got 2 people there. It's just tap, tap, tapping away. And they got the first pick. Didn't have enough firepower, and they just got overwhelmed.
Yeah. Eco round coming out, though, for Ghost here. Looks like they are interested in Ivy Whitehall's more than anything else. They're just watching the lane with the UMP, spamming away. So far, so good, really, for Luminosity. I mean, it's only a matter of time before this smoke disappears. The Ghost Gaming have to make their move, but Luminosity have got the ideal setup for it, really.
Only one person here. Yell's been spotted out, and there's not that much damage been done yet. Oh, here's an incendiary grenade, so ZQK stuck on one side. The rest of the others couldn't get through it unless they wanted to take a lot of HP damage, and Yell can make mad bank right now. He's going to re-challenge, takes down Rick. He's going to take down another one potentially. There we are, Pickle and Yell combining forces together, and now out comes the USP, and it was...
God, that looked so easy.
It was just pistols, but to take it through without losing a gun is instrumental.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Ghost Gaming got the bomb down round number 1, so they don't really care about that last round, but you would have liked to have seen, you know, at least like a little bit of damage come out. It didn't seem as though they really offered anything in that pistol round, but fair enough. We get the AKs coming out. A Galil for ZQK, he's got a little bit of utility there as well to boot. Luminosity not upgrading anything, going for that bonus round, which is also probably a reasonable decision at this point.
Talking about the core 3 of Luminosity, as we just have Showtime playing that B anchor and just spotting right now with the HE grenade. Core 3, Yell, Showtime, as well as Pickle. Cello and Neckers are the new additions, but remember they are names that have been, Cello especially has been a name that's been floating around inside the Brazilian scene for a bit. As Showtime, oh, he's going to be taken out there.
And he's the solo B player there as well, so that's going to force the rotation coming across from Luminosity. 2 of them, in fact, in the A site now looking significantly weaker. Of course, should be a quick rotate back there for Yell, considering he's standing right next to Connector, but it's a good opening now for Ghost, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Oh, that Molotov. It's not a good Molotov because the smoke was still there, and Ghost, it was a nice attempt at nullifying the Pop Dog presence. It wasn't really anyone there, but it's popped a little bit early. And they are shifting back towards the B site where there's only a single member holding it. That's going to be Pickle with the M4. He's very, very far back at the at the bumpers. Needs to be far back. Can't really get overwhelmed, but look at this. Ghost Gaming just go out through heaven instead, slowly walking. They're going to make a contact play right now. Oh, but they haven't spotted out Pickle just yet, and Pickle has to allow 2 of them to go down. He's tagged down low, doing great damage, but not enough, unfortunately. I think Luminosity are locked out of this. There you have it. Yell's also going to fall. Cello will most likely save the M4, and Neck is, if you can retrieve either a kill or the M4 saved early. Okay, spotted out Connor, so that's actually a kill that might mean the go signal for them.
Potentially. Cello here with an opportunity to get another. The flashbang is good, but he still actually manages to get Rix, who somehow doesn't kill him. Still though, now 1v2, the player coming around from Connector. Cello hightailing it out of there. Does get out alive. Might get caught on this cross. See if ZQK is quick, but he's not. It does look like Cello will get out of here for free.
Safe and sound. We'll take the M4 forward. Ghost Gaming, put 1 on the board. That was really, really smart play. They don't want to signal their intention. They wanted to keep them guessing after the Molotov, and so they walked out through heaven. Yell will pick up the AWP, so Luminosity can immediately buy back. After all, they didn't drop a single gun on the anti-eco. But Ghost, they still have to keep a Galil up, and our economy is not looking too great. They do keep 3 alive, though, or 2 alive.
No armor for Yell. So Glass Cannon Orb coming out on the CT side. Looks like he's going to be holding either Ivy or down just into A main. I think it's going to be down into A main, given the position that he is in right now. Ghost Gaming again, setting up for some Ivy control.
No presence in T-Connector, though, as Ghost Gaming just slowly walking forward and potentially trying to bust out and try to cross on the back of a flashbang. HE Grenade just touches them a little bit, but not enough to make it in towards a headshot damage range as Molotov's clearing out close position. I feel like a lot of this game is going to boil down towards Showtime holding off the B site by himself successfully.
Well, last round he didn't really manage to do too much on that B-bomb side, so that could potentially be a issue for Luminosity. At this stage, though, Ghost are a little bit more interested in the A side, I think. Obviously, they went to B on pistol. I think you can kind of count that out. It's just the pistol round. But, you know, 1 for 1 so far in the gun rounds. This time, again, favoring the A bomb site. They really seem to have an interest in that Ivy area of the map and try and make control of that. So maybe this isn't going to cost Luminosity too much if Showtime isn't going to be pressured all that much. But over on the A bomb site, Cello does go down. There's a trade out, though. Yell finding one with the AWP, too. So that's what you want to be seeing. He himself gets traded out, though. And again, we find ourselves at a disadvantage initially for Luminosity, and then Pickle does that. And we find ourselves with an advantage for Luminosity. Connor just going to pick right into the line that both of them are holding. And of course, one of them will get the trade. It's Showtime to do that. So a round secured by Luminosity. Ghost Gaming will be back onto just the pistols.
Very close round so far, though, in these buy rounds, where it's going down towards either final 3 or final 2 players every single time. So could be a solid matchup just yet. But if Luminosity, if they're able to build a little bit momentum, then it starts swinging out towards something a little bit more scary.
So a force buy comes out actually for Ghost. I'm a little surprised to see that, to be honest. Only one player can get a UMP. Connor's with a MAC-10. Not sure how effective the MAC-10 is going to be here, to be honest, because Luminosity have predominantly all got head armor. There are some pistols to back things up there, as well as the incendiaries, or the Molotovs, the smoke grenades, the flashbangs for Ghost. But it just doesn't seem like a really very well-rounded buy here. Considering how much utility Luminosity have got, considering the weapons that they've got, I mean, with the only exception being Yell, they're pretty much fully bought. ZQK, though, does find Neckers, so that's an opening.
Yeah, Neck is pushing very, very far up through Ivy. He's going to be punished for it. And it's going to leave Luminosity a little bit weaker on the A-bomb site. You can see Yell's already very far pushed up in Ivy. He's going to be completely useless on the A site. Cello has to do so much work if they do decide to come out of Pop Dog. There's grenades being flung just outside the windows above Pop Dog, and you see the players just lining up. Okay, it's okay. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 3 down the ladder, and 2 in towards the site. But oh no, they're just gonna be lining up for Cello at the edge of the smoke. Too easy for Cello right now. 2 still on the B bomb site. Even if they do come in, they're just gonna walk into a mince grinder, and there you have it. They're coming in right now. It is gonna be Showtime and Pickle right there. Pickle's gonna find one. Cello, he's on fire right now. He rotates just at the right time to find the 3rd kill of the round as Showtime cleans up. So that's really well done by Luminosity to mitigate the damage earlier on.
Perfect stuff there for Luminosity. It always looked for a moment like it was going to be pretty dangerous actually for them, but yeah, like you said, that 2K from Cello as the guys tried to cross to E-Box. Great stuff. And now Ghost Gaming going to be on the full eco, so basically it kind of feels like a double eco really from Ghost Gaming here, because that last round they didn't really offer all that much, and I think Luminosity are going to be aware of that. They're going to hang on to the scout. They're going to pick up a UMP onto Neckers as well, see if they can make some bank here as Neckers again pushing aggressively. This time he might not get punished for it because it's just the pistols coming out for Ghost Gaming, but he does get taken down. Showtime there for the trades, and he'll get 1. He himself gets caught out. That was a little bit messy, I think, from Luminosity.
I feel like Showtime should have picked off 1 and just fallen back immediately because he can play off his teammates rotating across, because now it's reset towards the 3-on-3.
And guns dropped over to Ghost Gaming.
UMP and M4. M4 more instrumental. The only upside is that the members on Ghost Gaming, or for the upside for Luminosity, is that the members on Ghost Gaming do not have body armor, so aim punch is going to swing it really, really wide. Downside for Luminosity is they do have to make a play towards this, what looks like heaven, or upper B at the moment, for Cello to see if we can find any information. He's going to clear out Brown Halls and realize that they're not setting up towards B side. Oh, wow. What a find on towards EQK. Does mean that Ghost left in a bit of a troublesome situation. It looked doable for a moment. 3-on-3, but Cello's now just tucked away in a corner. Keep himself nice and warm as Wardell and Seb. Seb leading the charge. Oh, they're about to line up. Wardell does manage to get the dink. Bomb lost and smoke being deployed. Wardell spraying through to see if we can find the timing, but Cello just waiting and counting. Really smart play. Great grenade coming out, and this is all it, I believe. As Yell cleans up with the USP.
Oh, insult to injury as well. Getting killed by a USP. Anyway, Luminosity 5-1. Now the AWP comes out again here for Yell. It's a pretty standard cleanup in the last round, really. Didn't seem to be too big of an issue. But again, yeah, I mean, it was Cello. Cello's doing a lot of work right now. 7-1 for Luminosity.
A lot of the kills he has have been on the anti-eco, but playing that position where he pushed slowly to get the information on play really does take a lot of teamwork to do that, and a backwards flash. Flashes go through, and Nekiz is going to be the worst of that. Nekiz,
Okay.
I don't think he hasn't pushed in.
Yeah, I'm a little bit interested actually by this from the CT side, because it seems like they're pushing Nekiz without any real plan, or he's just pushing without any real plan. Like there's no one there to trade for him. There might have been a flashbang for him coming out of that into Ivy. I'm not so sure, but I don't know. I feel like this is becoming a little bit predictable now for Ghost Gamer. They're going to just set up default, wait for that push from Nekiz. They get that free pick, and then they can close the round out from there, trading effectively. So far, they have kind of set up default. They have been able to pick Nekiz, but they haven't been able to close out the round. This time that they have the guns, they have a decent amount of utility, 2 smokes, Molotov as well, workable, and we'll see if they can close this round out. If they don't manage to do that after getting 3 picks in a row onto Nekiz at the early round, you have to start questioning, you know, what's going wrong right now for Ghost Gaming.
Rix, he just transferred towards the left. Could have been dangerous for Cello, but Cello just holds his ground. Deploys firmly. M4 like a sword. And the other hand of the M4 like a shield, I guess.
I'm not sure about that analogy.
Okay, two-handed sword it is. That shoots bullets.
Yeah.
As Ghost Gaming drops down on towards the B side. Oh no, he's lost the bomb. Okay, I guess the bomb just drops down by itself, so Showtime goes 1 for 1. Cello now pushing up as well, getting a pick. Bomb plant going down in default as Rix does manage to get the trade. 2 on 3.
Yeah, Yell going to get forced back by that Molotov as well. This is what I'm talking about, those utilities just being able to be an advantage right now for Ghost Gaming, keeping Luminosity at bay. Pickle does seem to want to go for this Yell as well, looking for something. I think he spotted the foot there of Seb. That's going to give the information over to Pickle to push forward. But Rix is the one that they need to watch out for. 1 tap headshot onto Yell. Connor takes down Pickle, who's trying to defuse the bomb. And so Luminosity, yeah, they lose that round. They've got no money really here. I mean, Cello's got 9.3k. I suppose Pickle's got a decent amount. Yell and Nekiz are going to have drops for them. So they will buy into this round. What I don't want to see this round again, though, is Nekiz pushing. And if he does at least push, someone there to trade for him.
I'm going to guess he's going to push in as this round. No, he's going back towards Ivy. UMP, I'd like to see a flashbang come forward. He's pushing Ivy again. As Cello falls on the pick of a ZQK. And that's something that they needed. So a double up on the T side for Ghost Gaming.
Double up on CT as well.
Yeah, not something that you see every single day, especially considering that Luminosity Gaming's economy is struggling as well. Pickle just training down towards the Pop Dog line. I really like this line as well. But Connor 93 decides to back out. And the round's going to slow down again.
Yeah. Showtime pretty much just giving up the B-bomb site for a moment there, but decides to rotate back across. Comes the smokes onto A. So eventually, Ghost Gaming is going to make their way out onto this site. Or they just smoke and do nothing.
Not sure what the...
That's an option as well.
I'm not sure what the point of the smokes are if they're not trying to either make a play towards B side, because they've just blown 2 smokes. No counter utility was really wasted because there wasn't enough counter utility. So I think it was used to draw out, but it just means that they don't have a really good read of the situation as Yell gets the first AWP pick. And here comes Rix, Pickle. Now they know it's a double AWP setup. Pickle gets 2. Wardell does manage to get the trade, but Yell should spot this out. Oh, he did not spot out the utility belt. And now Showtime. Oh, they almost line up for Yell as he gets a double.
3 for Yell in that round, 2 for Pickle. The AWPs getting all of the kills for Luminosity. I like that from Luminosity. I didn't really like it from Ghost, to be honest. Like, they threw all their utilities, and then they just waited. And waited, and Luminosity waited.
I would have liked to see the first set. I can kind of understand, okay, they're trying to draw out the utility, trying to unsettle Luminosity, but then there wasn't the smoke cover, and the AWPs were allowed to just reign supreme afterwards. They do know at the very least now that Luminosity have this double up setup rolling for them, so they may just attempt a fast B push because they know that there is a potential area of weakness in Showtime once again. Silenced M4 close range. This is never going to be a good situation against opponents who are just stacking up so close. Cello's taking a bit of damage. They have it. Showtime falls once again towards the B side. This is just allowing easy opportunities on the B side every single time. Pickle does answer. 1 for 1. Bomb plant goes down. A retake happening once again.
Cello gets domed in the back of the head by ZQK. The AWP of Yell under a lot of pressure here, and it does look like Luminosity is going to lose this round here. Because Ghost Gaming have just got far superior positioning. They've got numbers. They've got guns now. Nekiz has to push forward with that UMP, but he's going to be running into a crossfire. He gets 1. Wardell trades it out, as you would expect that he should. And now Pickle is just watching the single line, trying to hope that he doesn't go down here. That's a disappointing loss, really, for Luminosity. And like you said, it did feel as though Showtime was just going to get overrun there again. That's what, you know, if your B player gets overrun again and again and again, well, maybe it's time to change up that B hold. Maybe put another player over towards B.
And it's just frustrating to see as well. They have the double AWP set up. They have the potential of taking just even an AWP and watching the inner line just deployed there is a really, really potent weapon because he can get one and fall back quite easily before the terrorist can actually overwhelm him. And now their economy, they're forcing up, which means they have absolutely nothing in the bank. And a pause, I would say, would have to be a tactical pause for Luminosity Gaming, unless it's a tech pause.
Yeah, one would think so. They're still not doing poorly here on Train. Like 6-3 is a decent scoreline so far for them, but it just the way it's come about, it really hasn't felt too clean. Ghost definitely could be at probably a higher scoreline than they are now, but then again, so could Luminosity.
It feels like for me, Ghosts are just starting to have a better read of Luminosity every single time, and they need to slowly start shifting more members towards the B side. B side is the weakness, and they need to force Luminosity to make a rotation over towards there. But no, they just go fast out through A this time. It is a force against CZs, and this makes me a little bit scared because Connor's just going to get his head taken off. They're locked behind utility right now. And these smoke grenades are going to play more havoc with the Ts as opposed to towards the CTs because they can just sit and wait. They can just sit and wait and just get overwhelmed right now. What is going on? Wardell now has to step up. A single AWP up against 4 swarming Bs from Luminosity, and they're just going to take him out. And what is going on?
You asked me, Kevin, I don't have the answers for you. That's a free AWP for Yell. 3 free AKs, Cello, Neckers, and Pickle. Very happy with that. Showtime's going to get the M4A1S dropped to him by Yell. Not sure what to say about that one. But Ghosts are going to force into this round.
It wasn't as if that was something that was really sick played by Luminosity. There were no flashbang plays that got maybe a kill or 2 kills. That was Ghost Gaming just strolling out and losing one-on-one aim deals and just walking into an open A-bomb site.
Yep. Pretty much. Showtime and Pickle, a bit of work to do on the B-bomb site. But this time, again, we are seeing now a bit of a double setup here over on B. And so Showtime does go down, but maybe Ghost Gaming thinks that the site is free now, and it's not. So that's good from from Luminosity, sorry. I like that adaptation that they now put 2 on B. Pickle gets 2 before he goes down. Might have been enough there to deny the bomb plant, not quite. The molly, or the incendiary, not really on point there from Luminosity. So the bomb does go down from Ghost. But as long as Luminosity don't lose another gun here, they should be in a terrible position.
Oh, this is after Wardell right now. He's doing so much work. Oh, he nearly got the headshot.
That was so close.
Yeah, oh, they're just going to sit on defuse now. They knew Rix was coming in from CD Connector. And Ghost Gaming, it's very standard on what they do, is that if they do go for the B site, there is always one coming through CD Connector. And they need to change it up. Maybe Rix, instead of coming through CD Connector, just goes through inner instead and just, you know, catch Luminosity by surprise. You want to try and become unpredictable.
Another buy coming out from Ghost. We have ZQK with just a pistol, Seb with a UMP. The AWP out as well, but double AWP for Luminosity. Now Luminosity are starting to stream away with the CT side. Cello getting one onto Rix. It's a big kill as well. It's one of the UMPs. If it was the P250, if it was the UMP, you could be like, okay, fair enough. But the AK going down for Ghost, that's one of the crucial weapons they need. Still, at least Seb is able to pick it up.
Slow action happening. I like how the counter ticks.
What?
Like the Geiger counter? Where it's ticking inside the middle of the train yard?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, we might be seeing some action through Ivy. Out in towards middle. Probably not into connector, but it's going to be ZQK leading the charge with the P250. Wardell backing him up with the AWP, but Neckers should be able to spot this out, so spots out the head of ZQK.
There we go.
Eventually, so Smoke does fade, and Neckers has Yell's back up, but Yell misses the AWP shot. Neckers, though, will be able to punish Wardell for the miss. Seb. Oh, that is messy. That is really messy from both sides, but Seb does come out on top eventually. But that is it. Connor 93, last man left standing, drops down, takes a lot of damage from the 4 damage, and Pickle will finish it off with an execution from the AWP. Double AWP retained for Luminosity, and this is where it's the story of would've, could've, but isn't for Ghost. And that's...
Not sure how much money Ghost has got at the moment, but I can only assume it's not a lot, because we do seem to be seeing an eco coming out. A couple of Deagles, P250s, a bit of armor as well for Rix, but when all's said and done, it's not a good buy. Not even really a buy at this point. So 10 and 3 probably coming up here. In saying that, Luminosity have already dropped a anti-eco. So who's to say they can't do it again?
Yeah, this is much better. See, this is what I wanted to see from the adaptation of Luminosity, right? You can't as easily overwhelm an AWPer, but that's a really, really good trade coming out from Seb.
Doesn't matter. Now they have 2 players on that site. Even though one of those B players goes down, Showtime seems to be consistently getting picked, maybe not having the greatest of days, but fine. That's fine. When Pickle is there getting 2 frags with the AWP, plenty of time for Luminosity to rotate, plenty of kills going over to Luminosity. Ghost don't have the numbers to push in there so easily, and they just can't overwhelm the B-bomb site like what we saw them doing earlier. So you're 100% on point. This adaptation from Luminosity is exactly what we needed to see.
Yeah, it's just a further dent in the blows of the hope for Ghost Gaming to have had a really, really good T-half. I mean, they started off well. They were down, they were up, oh, sorry, they were down 3-6, but they just broke Luminosity's economy. And imagine that if they won the anti-eco, they won the round afterwards, it'd been 5-6, and that would have been a very, very servable T-side half. Doesn't mean it's not doable at this stage, because Rix opens up really, really well, but Neki has just always managed to find himself in a position where you don't expect counter-terrorists to be in, because he's just pushing half the time. We'll clean up, and now Luminosity up 10. Ghost Gaming on 3, and if they want to have a challenge, a T-half which will challenge Luminosity on their own T-half, they have to take these last 2. When you're down with Wardell only having a P250 and 4 AK-47s, what do you do?
All right, so this is the round that Ghost Gaming need. They have the rifles, they have the AWP, got the utilities, but they're down 10 and 3. If this goes to 12-3, that's too much. 10-5 though, still workable, and ZQK gets the pick onto Yell. Surprisingly enough, I thought Yell was going to have that peak, but just go down and ZQK gets out of there. Nick is not really able to get the trade out.
Do you want to know a little bit of a fun fact towards Ivy?
I love fun facts.
There are actually birds at the end of Ivy, which when people approach, or by a certain time, they fly away. Or if noise is made, they actually fly away.
I never knew that. It's pro strats with Karath.
I only remember this because I was sitting in the server and I didn't realize because they were talking about, oh, we need to make sure the birds are chased away because otherwise it signifies if you don't make any noise and the birds start flapping away, the CTs actually know. If they hear the birds flapping, it's like, oh, the T's actually close towards Ivy if they're walking.
Right.
So that's why you normally hear some gunshots or whatnot towards Ivy or whatnot. Or if you want to kind of show presence, that obviously a noise is being made. But if you don't want to show presence, you've got to be careful of the birds. The birds will give you away.
I feel like you're trolling me, Kevin.
I'm actually being serious.
Huh. I'm going to keep an eye out for that.
This is legit. This is
legit.
This is legit. It's like the smoke grenades from last season, but this time it's, you know, pro bird strats. They're coming towards the B side, but Luminosity, they've deployed 2 people there.
The smoke.
And Pickle. Ooh, the Molotov is good, but Rix, the AWP is a little bit better. And Neki is he just jumps and gets his head taken off. 10 seconds left, and okay, so the bomb needs to cross, and the bomb is dropped right now. Could be disastrous, but it doesn't matter because Luminosity with the M4s will spray down. They'll take an AK and AWP into the final round of the half. And Ghosts, they don't really have much to work with. They can force up AKs, but there'll be barely any utility for them to use. Like to see a person going towards Ivy this time around. I swear there are birds there. I'll show you in the back afterwards as well.
All right.
There's no innuendos there, Elfish.
Uh-huh.
It's just a PC and you and me. And a video game. As Ghost Gaming, they're going fast towards B site right now. Showtime uses utility to make sure they can't cross so easily. He does actually a lot of damage, and that's 2 people down. The bomb has been lost, and it's buying more time to allow Luminosity to rotate across. Molotov thrown to make sure no more people can come through City Connected. The smoke's used early to make sure Luminosity can transition across. 4 and 3. Only single flashbang, so you're not going to see the strategy where the Molotov goes on towards the bomb plant. Yell's going to shut down Wardell.
Connor gets the peek onto Cello, but just doesn't have the gun there for him. If he would have had an AK, probably would have got that kill there, but Cello's like, hey, Mac 10, more like bad.
If he had an extended mag, maybe the stock would have worked out pretty well, but didn't have it, unfortunately, and well,
there you go.
ZQK, nothing you can do. You're locked out from every single angle, and it should be a 12-3 half unless, you know, someone does a summit or someone just lets go of the E button, but it is 12-3 for Luminosity Gaming. Could have been a different half for Ghost, but that's the story of life. Could have been so many different things. It could have been... Okay, let's not go that deep. Could have been a lot of things.
A very good start from Luminosity. 12-3. Again, what more can you really want on your CT side or on your T side? Doesn't really matter what side. 12-3, regardless of the map, regardless of the side, is always going to be a good half. And so Luminosity have achieved that. It was a little messy at the start. You know, the first 6 to 8 rounds, I think, things were a bit like, this could still go the way of Ghost. But once that adaptation occurred with the double B play from Luminosity, once they started getting warmed up there, I think that it was pretty much always looking like Luminosity was going to be able to have a good sort of start or even finish to that first half. Yep.
Well, halftime, 12-3. Yeah, it is 12-3. I almost thought I said 2-3, but it is halftime. We'll be back after a short break. Tune in to see who's going to take map number 3. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is halftime between Luminosity Gaming as well as Ghost Gaming, but I'm fairly certain we'll have a good game very, very soon because...
Oh, will we?
Yeah, because it's 12-3.
Maybe on next map.
No, it's just GG, well played.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I see. I see what you meant. It wasn't actually a good game.
The point. But it has been a very, very one-sided half for Luminosity so far. It was a struggle towards the beginning, and then after that, shall we say, debacle of a round from Ghost Gaming where they dropped the anti-eco, they have never taken a round since.
No, it did not seem particularly amazing from Ghost Gaming, that is for sure. I think Luminosity was just reading it a little bit better. Again, like I said earlier on, it could have gone either way, but Luminosity were on the ball a little bit quicker, and they made that adaptation. They moved into the B-bomb site. They started taking the fights that they needed to. They started winning the fights. They won, obviously, the anti-eco, or the eco that they were on, and yeah, from there on out, it was pretty much all said and done for Ghost. Maybe it's not all said and done, though. Depends on how this second half does go. But 12-3, that's a very improbable scoreline to come back from. I'm not going to say impossible, but it's going to have to be something special here. Starting off with the pistol round. Ghost Gaming moving over to CT side. Luminosity, let's see. I want to kind of see them just go somewhere quickly, just take control of it, completely pound Ghost Gaming into the ground, and win the game.
Yeah, so ZQK has already taken a little bit of damage. I'm not sure exactly from who. Okay, it looks like he was maybe spotted from uppers and took a little bit of damage, but there's a flashbang. Oh, there's a 3-man Glock firing squad that just jumped down in unison. I like it as now Yell is on the lurk. This is actually so sick because he's... Okay,
that's CSGO. But he does get the kill anyway, so fair
this
enough.
allows a rotation back towards SL and allows them access towards the A bomb site. Wardell's already dinked down. He's low. Yell can just buy a time right now. There's no one that can push because now Luminosity have control of the outer yard. There goes Wardell. And Rix is just sitting there. It's just like, oh, it was a prank, guys. It's not B, it's A.
Well,
I really like that from Luminosity. I really like that from Luminosity.
Yeah, looked very, very nice. So far, no real shots coming across from Ghost Gaming to make things any contrary. And now ZQK and Rix alone, together. Finding a killer piece though.
If find another kill, they can definitely... Oh, they are going in for this, but another kill, and it is definitely in the realms of possibilities. ZQK can't find the headshot, and Pickle with the close range Glock takes off his head. Kit's now lost. Rix has to find another kill very quickly, but Neck is just with the drive-by will be able to close off. I'd say that was the last chance for Ghost Gaming to come back into it. They have to force nearly every single round now. Now Luminosity, as long as they don't channel the Australian spirit, they should be able to close off this map quite convincingly.
Yep, more likely than not. 3 AKs as well invested into, so they are aware and they know that Ghost Gaming is going to be forcing into this one. So they've kind of gone for the ample countermeasures. As long as they're going to be able to hit those shots, they should be okay here. Cello already into Pop Dog, and Connor probably walking into him. Cello, he could have gone down there.
I feel like Connor should have won that fight. The second bullet, so unfortunate to not go in the way in the T's body.
Well, that's life sometimes.
But the good news for Ghost Gaming, at the very least, heavy damage has been done. And they still retain at least slight control of the B-bomb site. They've lost a lot of the A site control. Yell just reading it perfectly, knows that as soon as the smoke comes up, CTs do want a way around it. Now they have firm control of the outer train yard. ZQK with the CZ. Smoke nearly locking him out, but he won't get lucky like Connor did and can't land the headshot. And that's pretty much all they wrote as just insult to injury. Cello and 4 HP just shuts down Seb, reads him perfectly. Ghost Gaming will have to force up once again, most likely. They don't want to be leaving it towards overtime, or will they?
Well, I mean, they just don't really have the money. Like, again, they can go for pistol and armor, but that you saw how well that worked out last round.
It was much more clinical from Luminosity, where they just took that control, didn't just rush out. They always had other people covering the lines, and allowed Ghost Gaming to self-destruct.
All right, Ghost Gaming going for a 5-man push. Should be very, very aptly cleaned up. A lot of noise being made by them. Cello, he's on his own at the moment, though. He's going to get 2 before going down. So a UMP now in the hands of Ghost Gaming, but I don't think that's going to worry Luminosity at all. They know the A-bomb site's free. They're going to plant that bomb. And Neck is on the hunt.
Yeah, Neck is just, I'm not really concerned about taking my AK to the next round. I need them stats. And Yell has spotted out Wardell, and no armor means that the bullets will just chew him up. And now Connor just looking to add a little bit of money with the UMP. Did manage to get the kill after taking down Cello in the CT Swarm. The inner crunch.
Inner crunch. Connor wants to take the UMP through.
Or at least get a kill with it, because it means armor, a few more grenades.
He's got a molly as well. It's worth a bit.
Here comes showtime, and
oh, the timing.
What is that timing? My goodness. Holds out his gun until the very end when someone drops down, and then that's where the grenade comes out.
Yeah. All right, so, well, buy out from Ghost Gaming. Not a full buy, lacking some incendiaries, flashbangs across the board, but everyone's got a smoke. Everyone at least has some utility. Luminosity looking a little bit better though, but even here, like, even if Ghost Gaming win this one, even if they win the next one, and you know, so on and so forth, still probably not going to win the map. Seb gets 2 as Luminosity just pushed through the smoke. Yell does eventually trade him out. That's the B side opened up here, and Yell could actually come up pretty big for Ghost Gaming. Doesn't spot anyone and peeking over that smoke. He was totally baiting it.
He doesn't need to do anything right now, and Ghost Gaming actually do this really, really well. They're still trying to maintain control of the A-bomb site, where now Luminosity's target should be the A-bomb site. We've got slow control of it. You can see Showtime is now close towards Sandwich. The bomb is rotating all the way back towards T-Connector, and it's up to Showtime to get this crucial pick on towards Connor 93. They're going to be focused on SL. ZQK, what line is he watching? He's just playing safe right now, making sure no one can sneak through back Ivy, but this has allowed Showtime to crawl across such a critical position as Yell now coming out of SL.
Yeah, Showtime's just going to wait here and see if anything is going to happen. Connor gets dropped low, and that opens it up for Showtime. He's now on the side itself, pretty much able to plant the bomb if he had it, which he doesn't. But Pickle might come through and put that one down. ZQK giving away his position here. Pickle and Yell, the only two remaining for Luminosity. 30 seconds left on the board, and Rick's pushing forward. Pickle, timing so crucial for him here. He doesn't want to put that bomb down with Rick so close, but seems as though he will. And Yell not covering the angle, which now puts him in a 1v2.
But he knows where the two CTs are now, knows that at least his pop dog is clean. Very, very little reassurance that is. If he can take down ZQK, oh, that is a good shot. But now the smoke defuse, no kit. And Rix will get off it, 100%. Yell, there's nothing he can do right now. Rix is playing this really smart. He's not making a single noise, but I think Yell suspected that he's off it. And you'll hear the tap once again. Oh, Rix is chasing. He knows that he's in trouble now. And Yell, what a clutch coming out. I would love to see that shot on towards ZQK. Didn't look like he was aiming near him, but that must have been a sick calibration. And 16-3, clean C-half. They didn't really have much to clean out towards the end. If Ghost had a few more rounds, maybe we'd have had a contest, but there wasn't enough.
Utter domination, really, from Luminosity. Like, it didn't feel like a 16-3, but they, they kind of went by and
felt more like a 16-6.
Yeah, even 16-8. Like, it wasn't like a super convincing Luminosity just owned Ghost. Like, there was a couple of things in there where Ghost looked close enough, but just seemed like every clutch round, every sort of coin flip round went the way of Luminosity, and then maybe even a few more went their way as well. So 16-3, great performance from Luminosity across the board. I think they looked okay. Neckers was up and down for me. I thought he maybe could have been the make or break really for Luminosity if he continued to push like he did and kept getting picked. That could have been an issue, but Luminosity, like I said, they adapted very, very quickly on that first half, and once that kind of occurred, then Ghost Gaming really didn't seem in it at all, and obviously the T side went the way that it did.
Yeah, so after Ghost Gaming, they just went B-side a lot of the time. That was a success, but as soon as the adaptation came through, that was pretty much it. The double AWP came out. I think Ghost Gaming only won one more round after this, which is demoralizing to think about. It was actually on an eco, so I guess we can lambast Luminosity for that as well. They did drop an anti-eco where Ghost Gaming won an eco, but then they changed it up, which is always good to see. And they shut it off. And this was actually such a good pistol round strat where they just moved around, and Ghost Gaming didn't have a read on where LG were going.
Clearly not. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get to see that shot from Yell.
Yeah. Not this one.
Not this one.
This one is good, but I'm waiting with bated breath.
Are you going to get baited? Jebaited.
Jebaited. As Yell... Yeah, that was ballsy for him to charge down and do that. And then, okay, so... No, we don't get it. Okay.
That's all right. Yeah,
That's
still...
Okay.
Great clutch from Yell. Not much more to say about
14 HP as well. Gets the pick on inners, buys a lot of attention. He's tagged down low and then gets the 2 picks and just plays around the bomb. Perfect movement.
What more is there really to say about a 16-3 though? Like, there's not really anything to break down there apart from Luminosity were better. Man for man, they looked better. Their angels generally were on point. The strategic side of things, their rotations, their adaptions, they all worked out on the CT side, and then the T side was like, well, we didn't even really get to see enough of the T side.
One pistol, they took one buy round, that was literally it. And that's all they needed to do. They didn't drop the anti-ecos, which is always good to see. And then they took the buy round, which even then just came down towards a coin flip.
Yeah, like, well, to be fair, they probably could have lost that buy round quite easily, but yeah, Yell clutching it out. So,
it still would have been, I'd say, 16-4, 16-5. They would have gotten over the line eventually. It was just the fashion they did it was probably a little bit lucky, a little bit of skill, a little bit of power or will, but they got it done.
Yeah, again, it doesn't matter if it was 16-5 or if it was 16-3. Doesn't, like, it's still the same points. I mean, I guess the round differential maybe down the track plays a bit of an impact, but even still, like, that's a big round differential favoring Luminosity regardless of the result there. So they'll be happy with that first start. We'll see how they go on map number 2, I suppose. I'm feeling as though Luminosity should come into that one again fairly confident and clean things up.
Well, we'll take a look at map number 4 after a break. Let's see if Luminosity can